Incident record: October 2024. Jurisdiction: Greene County. Event: arrest for misdemeanor violation of a civil protection order.
Clearly you don't like this guy.
No.
All right. So
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
I apologize again.
That's okay. For future reference, though, if you think it's him, don't answer. So tell me what happened today.
Well, we have spoke already, and I know that's horrible because
Who did?
me and Jake have, since I got the restraining order, me and him have spoke, which I know not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was at work this morning, I wasn't answering his text because I was at work. So within 15 minutes, he called me over 15 times on fake numbers. So my boss answered it, or not my boss, my manager answered it. And
He called what phone?
My phone.
Your phone while you were at work?
Yes.
Okay.
Off of fake numbers.
Okay.
And then, so I told my manager about it, because he was blowing my phone up while I was trying to work, and she took my phone and answered it when he called, and introduced herself as my boss, and told him that he can no longer contact me, and that my phone's going to stay in her office the rest of the day so I can do my job. And he cussed my manager out, and the whole thing. And then, like an hour and a half later, I got called to my boss's office with both my managers and my boss sitting in there, and they pretty much explained to me that he had called them pretending that he worked in a hospital, saying that he was in the ICU for a self-inflicted gunshot wound, and that I need to leave work and come there.
Okay. And he called the office phone?
He called my work, yeah.
He called your work, the phone at work, though, right? Okay. And they had answered? How many times did he call?
I'm not sure how many times he called there.
Okay.
He's called me about 20 times in the past hour.
Okay.
I can probably...
From his phone number?
Random,
it's text now,
callers or whatever.
and like no caller ID. But I switched my phone number today. But 1, 2, 3,
So he
4,
doesn't know your
5,
number
6.
now?
He got it again.
Somehow.
Okay.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. He's called me 23 times.
All right. Why did you file for protection order and then you start talking to him again?
Because I'm stupid. I don't have like an actual answer. I don't know. But the reason that I filed for it is because him and his 3 friends were following me, trying to block me in on the road, trying to run me off the road, getting out of the car and banging on my windows, and he ended up running into my car while I was driving.
How long ago did you file this protection order and was it served? I mean, I know it was served to him, but when was it served, do you know?
Not even 6 months ago.
Right.
So it wasn't recently?
I'd say like 3 or 4 months probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been talking to him since
Not
that protection?
long at all.
Would you say like a week? 2 weeks?
We talked like 2 months ago. We talked for like a week, and then we went no contact again. And then he started texting me like 2 days ago.
And did you guys try to reconcile the relationship or something? Was that the reason for talking with him?
No, I don't know. I don't know. He probably wanted to, but I've told him 100 million times, like, no.
So he started violating the protection order a couple days ago. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And he's an idiot. Who knows what he'll do? Like, he scares me. Like, what kind of stupid are you?
Yeah, before we had the restraining order or anything, he's trespassed from my dad's house, too. So, he's trespassed from my dad's house, and there's the protection order.
Okay.
And the last one was 4:20.
You were at work this whole time?
I got off work at 3 p.m.
Okay, but it started while you're at work.
And my manager and my boss, like my manager was in there while he was calling me. And she, like I said, she answered the phone one of the times, and then he called my boss later.
Okay. How does she know it was him?
My manager, who was the one that answered the phone for me the first time, she was in my boss's office when he called, so she was able to confirm his voice. She was on the phone with me.
Okay. Has she met him before?
I don't believe so.
So she knows his voice because you said it's his voice?
She knew his voice because she was on the phone with him earlier talking to him, and she said she recognized the voice when my boss got the phone call. Because they were.
Oh, when he called you?
Yes.
Gotcha. What will probably happen, I'll talk to my supervisor. My only concern is that when you get a protection order, it's a court order, right? And even though you cannot violate your protection order, he still can, even though you reach out to him.
Right.
Okay. However, it kind of defeats the purpose when you reach out to him and talk to him for the protection order. So it has less of a meaning. Yeah. So I'll talk to my supervisor and see if he just wants me to forward this case to the prosecutor and see if the prosecutor wants to go forward with charges. Typically, when people get protection orders, they really don't want to talk to that person or be in contact at all. And it is a court order and it's a arrestable offense. So we normally go out and arrest these people when they violate a court order. But because you've been talking to him, and so now he probably feels like he can talk to you.
Right.
However, technically, he's not supposed to because there's a court order.
Right.
And he should have been told that when served, that even though she reaches out to you, you cannot violate this protection order. Right? So, I wish I could tell you right now if he's going to be arrested or not. I'll call my supervisor first to see how he wants to pursue this case specifically. But do you want to be contacted as far as the disposition of this tonight, or you want me to tell you if he gets arrested or not? All right, I will give you a call and let you know. It'll come from a restricted number though.
Okay. I won't be mean this time.
I'll have dispatch call you and transfer you out to me. Okay, that way you know it's me. Don't answer any more no caller ID calls.
That was the last one.
Okay, all right. That wasn't the one you told me at the last one at 4:28:23, was
That
it?
actually might, it might have been.
Okay. Hey, Jacob.
Hello.
Come with me. I'm gonna go right over here to my patrol car, okay? All right, my man. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Palms together, my man.
Palms together?
Yep. Separate your feet for me. Do you have anything in your pockets, my man?
No, I do not.
I do have some property here too.
Okay. You want to take your property to the jail with you?
Yes.
Okay. You want your necklace and everything to go with you? Or you want me to leave it
Yes,
here?
please. Can you push my glasses up for me when I sit down?
How's that? Good? Yep. All right, my man. Have a seat. All right. My name is Deputy Bren. I work for the Green County Sheriff's Office, okay? You are under arrest because I have probable cause to believe you violated a protection order.
Okay.
Okay. I want to ask you some questions, but before I do, I got to read you your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So, I talked to Madeline today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And there were several calls from a restricted number, and when she answered, she could recognize that it was your voice. All right. You also called her work today. Is that correct? My man Jacob, listen to me. I already know the answer to all these questions. I'm just
Okay, yeah.
seeing.
No, I know.
Seeing your level of cooperation with the investigation. Okay.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around the situation.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
You called her work today.
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you talked to her boss.
I don't recall speaking. I don't recall the name of the person I spoke to, but I did speak to somebody.
It was her boss. That's who you talked to. Okay. What did you say to her boss?
I told her that somebody had been shot and it was an emergency contact at med.
Somebody? Did you?
I didn't say my name, no.
Okay. All right. And then you made multiple calls to Madeline today?
I made 4, I believe.
Okay. Well, multiple, right? More than just one. Okay. And did you talk to Madeline?
I did talk to her. I had previously talked to her as well. She called me multiple times on Saturday and Sunday. She's called me multiple times before then. But yeah, I talked to her. I talked to her today, but I talked to her for a limited amount of time. And I told her that I cannot keep in contact with you.
Okay. Did you call her mom too?
I did call her mom, but her mom has no protection.
I understand that. What did you say to her mom?
I didn't really get the chance to talk to her, actually. I didn't really say anything to her.
Okay. All right. All right, my man. Well, you know you have a court order, right? You were served with that court order?
Yes, sir.
How long ago were you served?
What's the month? What's this month? October? I believe in May?
Okay. So it's been a little while.
April, May?
Do you know when that protection order expires?
I actually do not.
Usually a whole year.
Well, when we were in court, she said, I remember her saying, I need no contact for 6 months. That's what I remember her saying. I don't remember if it was a year. I don't remember if it was 6 months. I don't remember. Really, realistically, I really don't.
Alright. In the system, it still shows you do have an active protection order, okay?
Okay.
So you're in violation of protection order. It's a misdemeanor of the first degree. It's where you're going to be booked in down the Greene County Jail. And you most likely see a judge in the morning, okay?
There's no bail?
I don't know. You can ask the jail staff. I don't deal with bails. That's something that the jail's more familiar with because they're the ones that talk to the judge. And the judge is the one that sets the bail.
And then I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Is jail like prison?
You ever been to the Greene County Jail before?
No.
It's not nice. It's not a nice place.
Is it bad people?
Well, yeah, that's jail.
No, I mean, like, I'm not trying to get raped.
I mean, the jail staff is there to protect you. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. I don't take many sexual assault cases from the jail. If I'm being completely honest with you, I do take assault cases from the jail. That's about it, though. Okay. Lean back for me. Put your seatbelt on.
Push my guns. I'm sorry.
All right. Cool. We'll get out of here shortly. Okay.
Legal Analysis, Phase 1. The Statutory Mechanics of Civil Protection Orders. A civil protection order is a unilateral judicial mandate directed exclusively at the respondent. Legally, the petitioner's consent, invitation, or initiation of contact does not invalidate or mitigate the court's directive. The respondent bears strict liability to maintain no contact. Any reciprocal engagement constitutes a prosecutable offense under the law. Legal Analysis, Phase 2, Fifth Amendment Rights and Custodial Interrogation Standards. Pursuant to the Supreme Court precedent in Miranda v. Arizona, 384 U.S. 4361966. Law enforcement must issue specific constitutional advisements prior to questioning a suspect who is subject to custodial interrogation. Custody is legally established when a reasonable person would feel their freedom of action is curtailed to a degree associated with formal arrest. Placement in handcuffs and confinement within a patrol vehicle indisputably satisfies this legal threshold for custody. Once constitutional rights are explicitly waived, any self-incriminating statements regarding telecommunications harassment become fully admissible evidence. Jurisprudential takeaways and lessons learned. First, judicial orders are absolute. Only a presiding judge possesses the legal authority to modify, suspend, or dismiss a protection order. Second, digital footprints, including restricted calls and third-party harassment, provide irrevocable evidentiary weight in stalking prosecutions. Third, voluntary admissions made post-Miranda waiver eliminate the prosecution's burden to rely solely on circumstantial evidence. Conclusion. Strict adherence to court orders and a fundamental understanding of constitutional boundaries are imperative when navigating the criminal justice system.